Disclaimer. This video contains mean jokes about a group of people who don't actually exist. If you're offended because of something I said about someone who doesn't exist, I suggest you get help. Just when we thought that the first wave of pandemic had ended, the second wave hit. Obviously, I'm talking about the Friends reunion. Hi, I'm Devin, and today I'm going to capitalize on the clout of... I'm gonna roast Friends. Friends was so bad, Bin Laden tried to attack the NBC headquarters but couldn't find the right building. My favorite Friends episode is the one with Brad Pitt in it because finally there was a real actor. And just like his character on Friends, oh my god, I hate Rachel. Rachel is so annoying, she makes Janice's laugh sound melodious. They say bad things happen to good people, which is why only good things happen to Rachel. Ross and Rachel are so toxic that Taylor Swift tried to date them. Couples who say Ross and Rachel are relationship goals are now trying to save their relationship by making I don't believe in soulmates, but तेरे नजरों ने दिल का किया जो हशर हशर ये हुआ TikToks or Reels. I don't even know at this point. Rachel and Ross are the reason why you must not pursue your high school crush. It's not worth it. Rachel, why are you interested in Ross only when he's in a happy relationship with someone else? The only people who are more interested in people who are already in a relationship are stepsisters in porn videos. If I had $1 for every time Rachel affected Ross's relationship, I would have $5. Where am I going with this joke? Nowhere. Fun fact, that's also where Ross and Rachel's relationship is headed. Nowhere. And Ross. Oh, Ross. Just like the dinosaurs he studied, Ross's humor was also extinct. In fact, dinosaurs went extinct because they knew if they were alive, they would have to meet Ross. Ross is such a whiny bitch. Ben calls him his third mom. And if you think that joke is sexist, honey, you have not watched Friends. Ross is so insecure, he kissed his own sister to mark his territory. Ross is such a failure, he couldn't believe he got Rachel pregnant. In fact, Emma is so embarrassed of Ross, she takes Joey to her parent-teacher meetings. All I'm trying to say is, Ross married a lesbian, left his then girlfriend to be with his childhood crush. His best friends with two people who don't consider him their best friend. Said the wrong name at the altar, kissed his own sister. His best friends have gone second base with the love of his life. His best friend slept with his sister. He lost his job over a sandwich and he tried to kiss his cousin. What I'm trying to say is, I don't need to make shit up about Ross to roast him. All I need to do is read his biography. Now, Ross had a sister named Monica, and they had similar interests. Ross studied ancient creatures and Monica had sex with them. Monica's OCD was so bad she liked people in the descending order of attractiveness. Monica couldn't have kids because she used to clean her ovaries with Harpic. Monica lacked action so bad she came to her own voice. Monica used to live with Phoebe until Phoebe quietly moved out to a place of her own. And that was the only time in the entirety of the show that she was quiet, because oh my god is she loud. Phoebe sings so badly her real parents ran away and her fake mom killed herself. Phoebe is so optimistic. When she found her mom hanging, she started playing Jula Jula with her. Every time Mike goes down on Phoebe, he starts singing Smelly Cat. Phoebe was so unwanted, the only person who wanted to impregnate her was her own brother. And that too because his wife forced him to. Phoebe was so unwanted, her first husband pretended to be gay so that he wouldn't have to sleep with her. A lot of people wanted Phoebe and Joey to hook up, but I'm glad they didn't, because then the show would be called Friends with Benefits. I know it's bad. Joey. Oh, Joey. Joey is so unfit, the only time he would run is when he had to run away from commitment in a relationship. Joey is such a fuckboy, he fucked his own spin-off. Like seriously dude, Indian men in a girl's DM have better pickup lines than Joey Tribbiani. What the fuck is how you doing? It's never worked. Like seriously, Arsenal has better game than Joey. RCB has better game than Joey. My neighboring school's under 12 football team has a better game than Joey, and they lost their last game by 12-0. You know, Joey used to share his food until he shared his snack with Chandler and then he made her his girlfriend. If Chandler had an Instagram account, the bio would be, "Don't call me your best friend if I haven't slept with your sister." Like seriously, Monica had the biggest downgrade in the history of television. She went from having carbs to having Chandler. Chandler hates dogs, and yet somehow he became good friends with that bitch Rachel. Friends was so bad, Matthew Perry had to take drugs to forget the trauma. Chandler is so homophobic, he considers Call Me By Your Name one of the scariest movies of all time. Say whatever you want about Friends. Friends pushed the envelope of diversity in sitcoms for years to come. Like, look at the diverse cast of a white man, another white man, another white man. When people voiced their concerns about diversity in the show, they gave Ross a fake tan. Hey guys, Devin from the future here. Now that I've angered a lot of Friends fans, I have to come clean. I am a huge Friends fan myself, and I still can't get over the fact that it's cool to hate Friends now for some reason. Now, Friends is not a smart show by any means. It was just made for entertainment. Their actions don't really have huge consequences. It's very light-hearted and it's fun. That was what the show was. It was fun. Was it funny though? It is. And people who hate Friends keep saying that The Office is funnier, but you know what? Office is actually funnier. And for the last time, there are no gag reels in Friends. It was taped in front of a live audience, and people who laughed were actual people who were laughing while watching the scene. I love Friends, but I know it's not the best show of all time. Neither is it the funniest show of all time. It's just somehow I fell in love with these flawed characters, and as cliched as it sounds, it kind of felt like they were my friends. And that is what has happened globally. A lot of people watch Friends and believe that they were their friends, which is why when people badmouth Friends, a lot of the fans feel like you're hating on their friend. I mean, you have to give it to them. Even after 17 years since the show ended, it's doing what it did best: make a lot of money for 3 white people. And the thing is, me personally, whenever I feel down, I would rather watch Friends over The Office, mainly because The Office has too much reality in it, and that's what I want to escape from, reality. And Friends gives me that in the right amount. It's almost like, in a way, the Friends is like my family. Old and very politically incorrect. And I'll be there for them, because I know they'll be there for me too. Yeah, too cheesy.